Good afternoon, FSClub. Welcome back to channel and welcome back to FS News Wrap Up. It's Sunday, so that means it's time for the weekly wrap up. Remember, these videos put all of the news from the week into just one whole video. So if you missed anything last week, it will be in here. This will keep you guys informed on everything that's going on in Farming Simulator. Now, we'll be going over some news like a new Chevy heading to the mod hub or some news on custom modding's Steiger 715. We actually have a ton of news to go over today. Now, for the weekly wrap-up question, what new feature would you like to see in the next Farming Simulator? Let me know in the comments. Okay, let's start this week off, we'll start this video off strong with a good 400 likes. So, remember, before we get to the news, make sure to hit the like button, smack that sub button, and ring that bell. Roll that intro. Let's go.
When we're backstage, we'll play loud, surfing the crowd. Everybody's jumping around. Yeah, that's the place where I wanna be. Doing on stage.
Welcome back. Here we go with that first piece of news for today, and it's actually from our good friend BC Bueller. He's of course been working on his sprayer trailer. Well, anyways, here is some work on the little dash for the smaller farms that don't need an entire semi to refill their sprayer, and it's looking good. He says that the UV mapping and normal textures have been completed for the dash. Next stop is Substance Painter for the other textures, and then on to bring in all the components of the trailer in game. This is one of those mods that I cannot wait for. Another mod that I cannot wait for is actually this from LR Modding, which I don't actually know if this is going to be coming to consoles. But anyways, this is the John Deere DB12048 Rose 2024. As he said before, he's making 3 used models of the John Deere DB line, which are the DB60, DB90, and finally the DB120. So some of the progress on it. Modeling, UV mapping, textures, and UDM is 100% done. It is right now 10% in the Giants editor and 0% in game, so it still has a little bit more time to actually be worked on. The next piece of news to actually go over is actually from Agrotono. Over this past week, he has actually been teasing us a lot of pictures on his John Deere S7 that will be coming out pretty soon. It is right now actually finished, and it should hopefully be coming out pretty soon. And actually in tomorrow's FS News, I'll actually have the specs on the John Deere S7. After that, we actually got a new brand that will probably be coming to Farming Simulator. Ross and Mods is very proud to announce a collaboration with Bailey Trailers, bringing the products to Farming Simulator 22. Bailey is actually the leading brand of agriculture trailers in the UK, and they are very excited to be working with them. The model that you guys see right there is actually a work in progress, but gives you guys a little bit of a taste of what is to come. Now, something massive that's going to be coming very soon is this from Custom Modding, the Steiger 715, a monster of a tractor. But anyways, it does have a release date. So actually a mod that I can actually say, yes, there is a release date. It is March 29th, 2024, which is actually Custom Modding's 7-year anniversary. But anyways, we also got some fact sheet on it. Here it is right here. It is $1,067,000. So it's not cheap. Horsepower, 715 horsepower, 778 peak horsepower. It does have a power drive transmission, 340 gallons in the fuel tank, and top speed of 25 miles an hour. So this thing is gonna be able to handle anything you put on your farm. Now, if you want to go something a little bit more green, we actually got some news from a new modder, Landworks Mod. This is a mod that's being tested right now. This is the 2020 John Deere 8RZA. It is now testing with Giants for PC and console, and hopefully it's getting pretty close. And speaking of some fact sheets, we actually got some fact sheets from Connect Modding over this past week on something that's red. This is their new mods, the Case IH Puma 185 and the 230 models. Anyways, let's go over some of these fact sheets. It is $120,000. Let's see, 185 horsepower for the Puma 185, 395 liters, 40 kilometers, 10.5 tons. And the options, I cannot read Spanish. The next one is the Puma 230, which is $150,000. Let's see, horsepower is 234. And then you got 410 liters of fuel, 40 kilometers on that. So a lot of good stuff we're about to be seeing in Farming Simulator, either from Case or John Deere. Now, if you're looking for some headers, we actually have some new headers coming from Case Aries Modding. This is the Magdon 974 and the CIH 2062. That will be coming out to all platforms. The Flex Draper 3D model is finally done. And he just asked, are you guys excited for this? I'm excited for it. Something else you should be excited for is this from JD Modding, a brand new shed, introducing this 25 by 30 shed with a functional workshop and an indoor office with animation to spend the day on it. Comes with exterior color selection and a lot of details. So should be hitting the mod up very soon with this. Lots of details on this shed. Now let's get into some mapping news. Steve Mods is finally back and he is working on his next map. This is actually a map that was in FS19. This is Grasslands. Grasslands is coming back to all platforms. Says it's coming along pretty good and he has a really good feeling on this map. So if you guys liked Grasslands on FS19, well, it's gonna be coming out to FS22. Now, the last piece of the mapping news to go over is actually from Lancy Boy. Some good news and some kind of bad news. Anyways, the Wisconsin map layout is finally completed. He's not built the layout. He's going to keep this project on hold. That is the bad news until FS25 is out, as he wants to use their base game FS25 textures to keep the folder smaller, which I don't know if it's actually going to be called FS25. Could be called just Farming Simulator. Who knows? Anyways, on another note, he has actually started a UK map because, of course, he started as a UK modder and mapper back in the day of FS15, which is actually a long time ago. But anyway, so he's started to build a UK map, which is fictional, that gives him more of a creative ideals and not restricted to doing real life area maps, which every mapper has their own preference. This project will be a lot easier to convert to the FS25 game as he's not using the base game files. So a new UK map is in the making. More info will be later on. And the good thing about that is it's going to have also the new animals, which I think every map should have the new animals now. Okay, the last piece of news to go over for today is from Sloosh Modding. Of course, this is about the big one, the 1988 Chevrolet Custom, which will be a Lizard pickup 1988 Custom on console. He says he found information about a real-life project created on top of a Chevrolet D11000 14,000, the model, and he found it interesting to create it in the game. This is still a work in progress, but this will be for all platforms. And if you want a square body truck, guys, here it is right here. I like all the different options you can see in this pictures. So that right there was the wrap up. A lot of good stuff to actually still look forward to in Farming Simulator. Okay, now today's schedule, we do have a live stream. It's the last live stream of the week, and that is at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the video. A like would be appreciated. If you're new to the channel, welcome to the club. Don't forget to hit that sub button and ring that bell. Well, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Wish I could say I was finally over you, but that's not the truth.